Hello, Amber Vilhauer here, your online business growth mentor. And during today's 4-minute fast track video, I want to talk to you about how to handle rejection and criticism in the online world, because I know it can be tough. And, to make matters worse, we already have the uphill battle of fear of exposure, putting ourselves out there. And don't tell me that you can't relate, because if you are procrastinating on using video marketing in your website, or sending out that email to your email list, or being more seen on social media, or launching that program, you know what I'm talking about. We fear putting ourselves out there because we want to be well liked and we don't want to be rejected. But it is inevitable, and it is common and natural that not everybody is going to like what we do or who we are. And that's just the very nature of being human and living in a world with this many billions of people. So if we know that at some point somebody's not going to like or approve of what we do, how can we prepare for that ahead of time? How can we shift our perspective, open up our mindset, and be stronger so that it doesn't delay us or hold us back from being our greatest selves and pushing our best content out there on a regular and consistent basis? Now, out of all of the 10 years that I have been online to date, I have been criticized twice. I do think that the more good that you try to do for others, if you're a person that gives value, if you are authentic in your approach, if you do good things for people, if you're not out to make a quick buck out of everybody, if you're just having practices on the up and up, chances are you're going to get very little to no criticism. But if I do get criticized, the first thing that I do is I don't overreact, and I look at what that person said to me, and I really sit with it and think, was there any truth to what they said? Obviously, it sucks to hear. Obviously, I want to get defensive, but is there any truth to what they had to say? And if there is, hey, I don't have enough pride where I can't own up to a mistake that I've made. I am fully capable of admitting when I'm wrong, or saying, you know what, that was a very helpful suggestion. Thank you. And move forward learning that lesson. So I always like to take personal responsibility, but chances are, the second thing I want to tell you is that chances are it probably has nothing to do with you. I can tell you that the first time that I got criticized, it was really intense for me because, it was somebody who had taken a look at one of my emails, and I'm a very rah-rah person. I've got lots of energy and vibrancy, and I want to help. And this person took that the wrong way and looked at me as more of a rah cheerleader and called my content canned crap. And I kind of had to laugh a little bit, but what I realized is that, chances are she could be having a terrible day, or she could be unhappy, or this could happen or that could happen. And just because people give you criticism, it's because they're not usually, more often than not, they're not feeling good about themselves. And when you're not feeling good about yourself, what do? You complain and drag others down into that feeling with you. And so a lot of times if you do get criticism, and if you're looking at holding yourself accountability, is there something I can learn? And you think, wow, that really doesn't even make sense. That wasn't my intention. That wasn't, why I did this. That's not why I'm a rah-rah. It isn't canned crap. What is she talking about? Well, if that's the case for you, then chances are this person's having a bad day and letting it out on you. So kill them with kindness, which is exactly what my approach was. And the next thing that I can tell you is that at the end of the day, if somebody criticizes me, I realize two things. Number one, I don't have to be all things to all people all the time. And the sooner you can realize that, it'll be such a relief for you. You don't have to be all things to all people all the time. Just be yourself, deliver the value as you see to deliver it. Don't worry about anybody else or any pushback or criticism. Just be you. And the more that you can settle into who you are and be confident with that, the more you realize that, it doesn't matter about the rest. And that leads into the last point, that this person probably isn't a part of your audience and the people that you're trying to serve the most. So if somebody comes to me and says, hey man, this stuff sounds like canned crap. It's a rah-rah, you're a cheerleader. And what are you doing trying to rile people up like that? Well, that person obviously doesn't want to be cheered up and doesn't like being around positive, energetic people. And that person is not who I'm trying to work with, right? And so bless that person's journey. And exactly what I did do, by the way, is I wrote back and I thanked her for her feedback. And I said, this is just my personality, but I give so much free value. And if you feel like that you can look past my personality and get a lot of value out of what I have to say, then please continue to stay on my email list, because I'm really here to serve and help you move your business forward. But if my personality is a bit too much for you, then I totally respect and understand that. I'm not trying to be all things to all people all the time, but I really appreciate your feedback and I really wish you well on your journey. And it shocked her. She apologized profusely. She said she was just having a bad day, and we ended up becoming Facebook friends over it. So the chances are it's not about you. Be yourself, stay in your lane, be confident in who you are and the content that you're delivering. And if you get a little piece of criticism, don't take it personally, keep marching forward. If you liked this tip, there's so much more where that came from. I have a lot to give. So be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel in the bottom right-hand corner of this video to get notified when future videos are available. You can also go to my website at insightfuldevelopment.com for more about our services and more free tips. And until I see you on the next video, just remember, no guts, no glory. Thanks so much for your time.